Hi y'all, disclaimer for use education purpose use only. All rights and image and music clear belong to their respective owner. We do not claim ownership. I'm gonna wait till everybody get on up in there, just so Trey Gang can go and spill some of that tea. Man, look. Man, watch this, y'all. Trey Gang finna cook. Cause I'm telling y'all. Now, when it comes to this Kenneka Jenkins case, how many people in the chat feel like these people running the script on us? Thumb me up if you feel like, hey man, I believe these people is playing with my emotion. I believe they run a game. I believe they, I'm talking about, it's in on the cover up. Yeah. Because I can show you one system. Trey ain't going to expose one system. Now, check this out. Do y'all notice? Now, keep this in mind. Trey ain't so cold. Man, look. Trey ain't so cold. I be telling everybody, look, just watch out. You know what I'm saying? You'll see these people, they'll pop up. You know what I'm saying? If you ruffle some feathers up, they'll pop up and be like, I took over the case type shit. I'm the king of Kenneka Jenkins and all this old shit. You ain't no goddamn king or nothing. Nobody ain't no king or queen or nothing. But that's what's going to get you exposed off the real. Because don't y'all feel like that when y'all see thumb me up or thumb me down when I say this. Man, this mighty suspicious that you will have big YouTube channels. Not one, let's say more than 100. Not just YouTube, TikToks out there. And these people gonna make sure they gonna give you one content like twice a month just to keep that narrative solid. Have y'all noticed that? Have y'all noticed that? Right? And then, they don't do that to no other cases. Like, they don't do that to no other cases. Like, only that one particular case. So who will be behind all this stuff? I'm going to tell you who will be behind all this stuff, really. Mm-hmm. Check this out. Let me show y'all this. Look. This is Matthew Rose, right? Check this out. This is John Donahue, right? This the law firm that represented Crown Plaza. Do I got everybody attention right now when I say this here? Cause this the T. This is the T. In my JJ voice, when he seen Mad Dog and all this, he was like Mad Dog, like JJ, tell us the plan. And JJ like, well, Mad Dog, here is the plan. Watch this. Now these the same people that represented Crown Plaza in the Kenneka Jenkins case and came up with a theory she died from hypothermia in the freezer. Now, guess who Miss Teresa lawyer is? Watch this. Now you got Jack Donahue, okay? He represent Crown Plaza, right? Look, currently serve as the counsel of the village of Rosemont. This a law firm. Donahue and Rose. Now keep this in mind. Everybody know about Sergeant Rose, the police officer, right? Guess who Sergeant Rose, the police officer, was? The dude that y'all seen that escorted Miss Teresa. That's Sergeant Rose. Look, watch this. If you got these people, her, and then you got his people, Matthew Rose, on the law firm, right? And these people represent Crown Plaza. Now check this out. Her is this. You go to Larry Rogers. Before I go to Larry Rogers, let me go to Matthew Rose and show y'all this. If you scroll all the way down, he's a member of the Chicago Bar Association. If you know, you could just look up this and you'll be like, oh, that's how it all started. But check this out. The man graduated and got his law degree from Chicago Kent College. Kent College. Watch how they finna run the game. Because if you go to Larry Rogers, the same person that will represent Mr. Risa in the beginning, and you trace where he got his law degree from, Kent College. Hold on. The fascinating part about this that you got Larry Rogers representing Mr. Risa in the beginning, and he went to the same law firm with Matthew Rose, right? And check this out. And guess who court they was in? Now, you was not finna believe this until you see it with your own eyes. The court case was in this judge's hand, Dorothy Brown. Dorothy Brown. She is a judge. But guess where she get her law degree from? Right? Where you at? Kent College. Kent College. So you got the Kenneka case in her courtroom. She got a law degree from Kent College because that's where you finna get Gina McGill from. She got her law license. Man, y'all share this live right now, bro. Guess how they ran the game on you? Check this out. Watch how all the lawyers from Kent College that represented the Kenneka Jenkins case, look, you got Kenneka case was in Dorothy Brown. And here is the scary part about it. Check this out. If you go to little old straight drop, I'm show you how these people is all related. And I'm trying to save many goddamn people in this world because these people is really goddamn it up, you know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Let me show you just an image of him. Their biggest mistake was to go live and explain what happened to Kenneka. And they use their own family members and recruit their own family members, bro. Got them again. Oh, man, y'all need to share this live right now. Let's spill some major tea. Hold up. Wait a minute now. You gotta dig deeper and deeper than that. Now, guess where everybody come from when you talk about Chicago on some gang stuff? Now look, Trey Gang finna show y'all some real. Y'all remember this man? Some of y'all probably don't even know nothing about Henry Horn, but a lot of y'all know about Henry Horn. If I show you this, the Henry Horn Homes. Henry Horn Home was a Chicago housing authority. You know what I'm saying? Public housing project located on the near west side. You know what I'm saying? The community area on the west side. Here you go right here. Back in those days, you see this building a lot when it come back to documentaries. Mm-hmm. Hold on, watch this. Man, when I say these folks got a whole system, man, we finna be here for a minute. Man, we finna be here for a minute. Man, look, all those document. How many of y'all thumb me up? Y'all love gang documentary? I do. I love to watch gang documentary, First 48, all this stuff. Even Good Time, JJ and them. And I ain't even get to the Coin and Brings yet. But let me show you how they got a system set up. All right, Henry Horns. Everybody know what is about to go on the west side, right? So look how these people built the project. That's why I call this a project. It's a project going on. Stack them all up, you know what I'm saying? And boom, put them all in one building like a tower. Man, think of like the Tower of Babylon, and you just got a lot of people in there just hating each other, but they forced to, you know what I'm talking about? But anyway, look, on the west side, look, check this out, Henry Horns. You go back to the Henry Horns. You can read this, all this up, right? They go to history. They'll tell you when it was built, all this, when the construction, the demolish, you know what I'm saying, who was the governor at that time, you know what I'm talking about. Now this in 83, you know what I'm talking about, when all this was going on. Look, Crime Valley, look, boom, look how everything escalated. Soon you get gangs, you know what I'm saying, you get the Blackstone Rangers, the Disciples, and keep this in mind, before all of this, the mob had this territory first. Because, you know, they were pulling licks out here. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on. Check this out now. Hold up. Look at the project we're going on. Just think about people at the business table. They're like, hey, we're going to build these high rises. We're going to put all these black people and the African Americans in here. And we're going to, you know what I'm saying, create this project. And we just gonna name it, you know what I'm saying, Black Lives Matter. We just gonna put it like that and use that word against them. Mm-hmm. 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 Now hold up. These the same people that you lost sleep over. These same people with the news media outlet. This how they cover up stuff. Use a news outlet. Not only you can cover up a crime scene, but you can keep covering it up through videos and keep you know what I'm talking about. Hold on. Watch this. They got the dates. One thing I can say, they always gonna document everything. But the evil's gonna come in with the alien of the history of the time. You see what I'm saying? All right, look, boom. You go this. Who is Henry Horn? Hold on, wait. Who is Henry Horn? He the one founded the projects. Check this out. He's an American lawyer, a politician, right? And he was also the governor of Illinois. Now, look who was the governor of Illinois when the Kenneka Jenkins case file hit the table. Once you find out who was the governor of Illinois, she had to step down because the footage they put out is so criminating. It's really so criminating, but the public don't even see it. They blind, they don't see it. Right? So hold up. This Henry Horn, his early life. Look where he come from. The man is a Jewish. He was the first Jewish governor. Now keep this in mind. The man is Jewish. If you look up the word crochet, y'all remember that word crochet kitchen? You know, the people, you know, that normally talk about the Kenneka Jenkins, they say that's the upper kitchen. But in the beginning, it was called the crochet kitchen. And when you look up what crochet mean, it's a Jewish word. And I was like, damn, that shit mean like harvesting, like human flesh, like, you know what I'm saying? All right. Now look, Jewish. Watch this. The man come from Kent College, right? Graduated and set up a whole project. Now these are lawyers. Now think about this. Think about young teens that go out here and commit those crimes. And you ain't even got a lawyer to defend you. They represent you with a public defender. Now, these people ain't gonna be public defenders. They're gonna be high ranking lawyers, right? But they're gonna have their certain picks of public defenders. Man, they the one that pick who the public defender, who handle these cases, right? Hold on. Check this out. You from the hood and you violent crime, you in and out of jail, so they know your jail history. And these same people know your mama birth records when she birthed you. These people got all this information on you. Look, put them in the project house. Yeah, put them in my project housing projects. You see what I'm saying? Look, hold up. Check this out. You go to the Henry Horns project, because I learned a whole lot of things when King Ron was talking about the Henry Horn projects. Now look when these junk were built, right? Henry Horns. It was constructed in 1957. So it took a year to build it. It took a year to build it, right? So now look, just start from the 60s and let's see how the gangs got involved. When the Henry Horns, they added in 1961, included multiple storage units, 15-story building, 8-story building, all this. In 1983, the High Projects founded the Henry Horn Mother Group. You know what I'm saying? The Mother Group was a community group to help mothers cope with the within the project. Now keep this in mind, targeting black females. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Look, 10 years later, keep this in mind. When you got a project, you got to get everybody moved in. Think about the project. Think about the whole blueprint. All right, we got the project. So look, get the female Section 8 vouchers. All right, boom. They popping baby, give them the Section 8 voucher, and we're gonna take care of the baby and the female. We don't want no men in the household, even though they finna be everywhere in their household. Cause Quick finna snoop in that job, right? So they already know this. So look, watch this. So starting from 1960, going on to 70, you got to get everybody moved in, approved. So they're gonna be a slow process. This ain't gonna happen overnight. This is gonna happen over the years. Once you get everybody set in, boom, 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 boom. Now you got the gang, the Blackstone Rangers. Boom. Look, you got this 10 years later, you got the Blackstone Ranger, the Gangster Disciple. Then they finna give you the whole history about all of this, right? And a lawsuit was filed in May 91 at a resident of the house, though a member of the Henry Horns mother filed a class action lawsuit against the Chicago Housing Authority for neglect. Oh, wait a minute. Sound like you a lawyer, right? If you a lawyer, then you got all this going on. You need to know the law, because you know what I'm saying. If you want to commit crime, do it through the laws. Man, you can set some shit up and be like, boom, this is you be in the projects, and you got the lawyers working with you. The police working with you, informant, and you set all of this stuff up. Look, check this out. This where I'm finna get at. If you got the Henry Horns projects, and this finna give y'all receipts that, man, they done brainwash us to the T. You see what I'm saying? They done brainwash us to the T, and once your eyes open, you'll be like, damn. I'm glad that they brainwashed me, because I can see now that once you uncover the veil, like, damn, nigga, you don't watch me so goddamn whitewash and so clean. Man, I see the light. Watch this. What year this was going on? So if the Henry Horn started construction going on the 60s, right? So just say when they would start renovating, I just want to say probably like in the middle of the 1960s or 61. So you're gonna have people slowly moving in. You might have about 5 to 6 family moving in, occupying some of the areas. You know what I'm talking about? Like boom. Then everybody get their little lease. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody move in one, because you just can't have everybody moving in there one at a time. I mean, all at once. So you gotta be like, look, let these people come in. Boom, they the first one on the lease. Boom, boom, get them here. Boom, put them there. Boom, get them situated. Boom, give me the next list. Boom, we're gonna put them right here. Put them right there. And keep this in mind. The people that making this shit already got your grandparents' birth records. That's scary as fuck. Cause look, so if they start destruction, give it about 10 years and then you get this shit. Hold on. You finna get the Kawina Breen. Now, if you go to the Cabrini, look, they constructed that joint in the 1940s. Look, and was still. Watch this. This in the 1940s. Guess who was outstanding? Nigerian people, black people. That's why they call us niggers, because we came from Nigeria. And guess why? And I didn't even know this. One of the 12 disciples was identified as Nigerian background heritage. Yeah, Simon. Yep, Simon was. They said Simon was Nigerian, and it was proven fact. Mm-hmm. So now look. If you look at it like this here, time, dates always matter. Cause then when you find out, okay, they gave the Cabrini Green, boom, look at the location where the Cabrini Green was at. Not too far from the Henry Horns. So when you think about Kenneka Jenkins, and we were trying to figure out why Western them into it with these people. Look, then when you go to Hastings Street, bro, you finna be like, oh goddamn, then you get this shit. You get Good Time. Everybody remember this episode. Then look what they did.
Too quiet? Turn your sound from 100% to 600% with Volume Max. Just hit add to Chrome.
Now look, I ain't gonna play the sound, but look, if you look at it, everybody got the skulls and bones. So look who made them put them on. Skulls and Bones. 332. And this was in the Cabrini Greens. And they was already filming this in 1976. So you got the Henry Horn was built, then you got the Cabrini. Look how the projects came, bro. All right. That's why you got this. And then look. Hold on. This is Dorothy Brown. That's Dorothy Brown. Guess who ran the news was trying to expose? YouTube.
Right now, police are calling it a death investigation. The family says police told them that the 19-year-old was intoxicated and walked into a freezer. They believe there's more to the story than that. Just after midnight, the body of 19-year-old Kenneka Jenkins was found in a freezer at the Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel and Conference Center.
Horrified. It's something that no one could ever imagine. It's unbelievable.
On September 10, 2017, while drinking and partying with friends and acquaintances at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago, Kenneka Jenkins' time with us on this earth was struck short. The Rosemont police investigated Kenneka's death, and after conducting numerous interviews and carefully reviewing over 36 hours of surveillance video, including reports from the medical examiner, Kenneka's death.
Hold up. Watch this. Straight drop. Check this out. I want everybody to look at this here. He on Miss Teresa's side. He team Miss Teresa. He know what's going on. If you look at his avatar, when I was trying to tell everybody, because I bumped heads with dude, because I was dropping some information out, and he like, boom, had a problem with it. So I like, because he asked me a question, and he was like, who killed Kenneka? And I said, shit, I believe you a killer. Hold on. So check this out. You got Straight Drop snitching on Miss Teresa family. And Straight Drop is related to the family. They related to lawyers, politicians, governors, TV producers, Hollywoods, Illuminatis, and Freemasonry. This ain't no regular family, bro. So look what they'll do. They'll expose their own family members. Like this girl.
Straight flop.
Hold on. See that?
What's up, everybody?
Look just like who? Dorothy Brown. Nose, cheeks, lips, chin, everything.
There's one particular Justice for Kenneka YouTuber, aka Inspector Ratchet, aka the Shadow Man.
Cause he talk too much.
We call him Straight Flop because all he does is lie and make up bullshit stories. Look at blurry ass pictures and come up with the most outrageous stories just to keep his group of thirsty females subscribed.
Just like Ratchet TV too, cause Red TV finna get exposed with this bloodline shit going on. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all share this shit, cause this shit for real. Man, y'all know Trey Gang ain't no cloud chase. Man, y'all know Trey Gang, man, ain't no goddamn cloud chase. And man, I ain't needing this shit for no view. Man, you got people really doing this shit. Look. Watch this. Do Straight Drop look like Dorothy Brown? The reason why I asked y'all that, because I know they related. I ain't even got to prove that to nobody. One thing I learned, I ain't even got to prove. I just want to ask a question. I'm like, do he look just like her? You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I be doing this shit. Because I'm like, damn. I can't show the actually receipt the paperwork because I get copyright strike all the time for this stuff. Just said like, look, watch this. So go back to 7 years ago and think about the beef that was going on at that time. Straight Drop was aggressive. You got King Rob, Chosen King, and look who had control of the Kenneka Jenkins case. No other big YouTube outlet, they stayed out the way. Because the people that speaking on it, they actually own the footage. That's why you don't have big YouTube channels ain't interested in no footage at all to show. You see what I'm saying? Look, watch this.
Outrageous stories just to keep his group of thirsty female hosts
Right
to
there.
his channel.
Boom.
And commenting in his comment section, justifying the bullshit that he does. So sit back, relax, and welcome to episode 1 of Straight Flop Lies. Okay, now here's a screenshot from
Here we go. Look at all this shit that been debunked.
Court. Kenneka Jenkins killers caught.
Yeah,
okay.
Caught.
Nobody's been caught in this case. And the thing he's pointing out in the picture, that's supposed to be a kid in blue. Here's a picture of the person he's claiming it says, because he likes to put.
And check this out. And guess who the most important person on the footage is? Him. The dude with the dreads. Him. He's going to be there. He's going to be there. But also, he's going to be there. That's why they cropped out the picture. Right? So if you look at Straight Drop tactic, Straight Drop showing y'all a picture like, look at the dude that's in the blue. He ain't the focus. It's him. His name is T.Y. Sanders. Guess who T.Y. Sanders look just like who? Oh, this information can be verified. It be verified unless y'all let these people rock y'all way to sleep. It can be verified unless y'all gonna let these people rock you to sleep. Look, why this? Hold on. This the same dude, Leonora. Him, you go back T.Y. Sanders, Leonora, you'll be like, oh my God, what's up with him and Leonora? I'll explain that later. Check this out.
People at crime scene with no real evidence. So check this out. This is one of Kenneka's friends that was at the party that night.
Told you.
This is not him standing in that kitchen. For this to be this kid would have to be over 7 foot tall. But let's hear what Straight Drop has to say.
So even like that boy in the corner with the blue. Anybody say that they don't see that boy move? He looking like this. As soon as Kenneka walked through, he looked at her, and once she walked by, he does this like this. Even down his waist moves, you know.
Boy, look at this shit.
He doesn't tell you is all the footage, clear footage, can be downloaded right off of Rosemont.
And that's where I downloaded the footage because I didn't know where to go download it from. I was like, how they get the footage? You know what I'm saying? Because keep this in mind, they had control over the footage. If you got Straight Drop doing this, guess who courtroom is going to play out in And they had to take the Kenneka Jenkins case out her courtroom and give it to a whole new court system. Ooh, wait. Look. Guess where you get this information from? If these said go to the Freedom of Act, watch this receipt. Guess who they had to go and get the reports from? Ooh, Matthew D. Rose of the law firm. That's why they gave them access to the footage. If you remember, in the Kenneka Jenkins case, everybody was talking about release the footage, release the tape, release the tape. But you had YouTuber had access to the video before they released it. Remember Zach TV? Why did you release these videos, the whole 36-hour footage after her funeral? But you got Zach before the funeral saying he already watched the video. So that lets you know who gave him the video. To give us a bullshit ass interview? Oh yeah. And they all come back from the same law firm. He representing the hotel. Matthew Rose. Dorothy is gonna, yeah, I'm the judge. Bring it in my courtroom. Cause we all a part of the brother and the sisterhood of the Kent law firm. Oh yeah. Yeah, Larry Roger, where you at? Yeah, I'm gonna represent Miss Teresa. Cause keep this in mind, he came off as a criminal lawyer. He an accidental lawyer. He ain't got nothing to do with no kind of criminal situation. So look, you go back to Kent College, everybody, and if you look how old they is, and look at all they friends, they take pictures with you, be like, damn, these people from the same fucking frat brothers to the law firms, and you know, and then they put the whole case in their hands, cause that's what they do, harvesting. That's another cover up. If you were in the organ harvest, might as well become a lawyer, be an injury lawyer. Won't that what make sense? Be an injury lawyer. So when you set people up, it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can call somebody, he finna show everybody, yeah, this was accidental her. Watch how they finna play you. Watch this. In the beginning, you got Teresa Martin lawyer. Watch this.
Hotel responds to her. No one
See
from
that?
Crown Plaza Hotel is seeking to provide assistance to her. And for over a day, approximately a day and a half, apparently she was
how Freemason work.
down in this
Freemason.
They have no way of explaining, or they haven't to this date at least explained how someone got into an area that clearly or apparently was not being utilized.
Right here, they all connected.
Apparently was on and not being used and function. So
see that?
Ms. Martin has asked us to conduct an independent investigation.
And go to Miss Teresa Martin family. Her family in the politicians. You could trace Miss Teresa's family. Just say Miss Teresa got a family. And these people went to college, bro. Man, criminals go to college and get their degrees, bro. So now look, y'all don't see how they ran the game in the beginning. Miss Teresa came with a lawyer. That stirred everybody up, cause we was like, oh yeah, Miss Teresa got a lawyer and he finna get down to the bottom of this, but he a injury lawyer. A person injury lawyer. So you already know, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you had a person injury lawyer, so you already sold your soul before this interview, before the setup, and all of this. So you was all connected in the cahoots. You see what I'm saying? So they got a whole system. When Miss Teresa be like, man, look, they into your phones. They into the smart TVs. I see why they built your project. They built the bricks. They built the phones. You know what I'm saying? They got the police out there, bro. And then look how they stirred the public up with this. Gave everybody false hope. Miss Teresa finna get down to the bottom this. We hooping and hurraying for Miss Teresa, and she got lightning bolt Masonic symbols all across her body. All over her body. Freemason done took over the streets now. If you don't believe in God, bro, you know what I'm saying, man, you will never see it. If you believe in God, you believe Lucifer took control over the streets. And they got to our kids. Check this out. You won't even know if it was a setup when it comes to this shit.
We've committed to her. We will not stop until we get all of the video. We will not stop till we get all of the recordings. We will not stop till we get all of the statements, because we want to give her an explanation, and she's entitled to an explanation.
All right, and guess what he said, though? Let's read that whole Larry Rogers, John. Larry Rogers. Hold on. Watch this. Now, this Larry Rogers, listen to this. All this finna make sense. This finna show you prove Miss Teresa is an Eastern Star. She shaved her head. And she blonded the John. She wore the lightning bolt, sat for 33. Eastern Star. Right? They been doing this in the hood. Watch this.
Good afternoon. This is the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON. I'm Cliff Kelly. It is TGIF Day, a beautiful Friday, October 20th. We are on iHeartRadio. All you need to do is download the app to your smartphone or tablet and take us with you wherever you are, wherever you're going. You can also go to WVON.com. And when you do that, we always ask that you participate in the daily listener poll and also view our current video. You can call us direct, of course, at 773-591-1690, 773-591-1690, and you can get social, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Well, you know, the reports have come out about the death of Kenneka Jenkins, and we are hoping to talk to the family attorney very soon. But for those of you who have not heard, the lawyers for the Kenneka Jenkins' mother said the police photographs of the scene of her death, quote, raises more questions than answers. Very unfortunate situation, as we all know. The photographs shown to the family Thursday, according to Sam Adams, Jr., one of the lawyers for the family, are graphic and disturbing images and inexplicably show portions of Kenneka's body exposed, end quote. That was Sam Adams. And of course, also Attorney Larry Rogers is with us now. We are pleased to have him. Consular, how you doing? Consular, can you hear me? Hello? Okay, well, we'll try to get the contact.
See, he ain't talking about shit. I need to go to the one what he said about her walking in the house and he had evidence. I got it on my playlist. I need to pull it up on my playlist. It's on the Kenneka Jenkins John. Hold on, watch this. Hold up, watch this. Y'all remember Andre Williams? Please, when I show y'all this stuff, bro, Look, when I show y'all this stuff, I want y'all to... Where you at? What happened to my Dorothy Brown? Here she go. Once you go back to Dorothy Brown, I'm trying to show y'all something. This what scares me. Look, this what scares me, y'all. That if you did some research one night and you was like, "Oh, let me look into this stuff," you know what I'm saying? And you read reports and all, and then you be like, "Hold on, wait a minute." Cause it'll give you some tea. It'll give you so much tea. You'll be like, hold on, well, let me look into that then. Cause I would never think of that. And then you'll go think of that. And then you'll see like, hold on, wait a minute. When it all come back to family members. I just showed everybody they were family members. And not all of them. That's the crazy part about it. And you know what make it so bad? What King Rob did? King Rob did the most brilliant thing that a nigga could do on the YouTube and show a family reunion pictures when they were little. Cause watch this. You want to know what's the crazy part about it? Watch this, y'all. Man. Antonia Yvette Evans. I'm finna break down the whole family tree. Hold on. Where you at? Hold on, I gotta take that out. Probably did take that out. Let me go to this. Look, watch this. Boy, when I say they wanted Antonio and Yvette Evans, bruh. Boy, this way you finna get some real Antonio and Yvette Evans tea right here. Share my live. Share this live. Cause I was like, how can I put this stuff out here? Tony and Yvette Evans look like identical twins to goddamn it, Dorothy Brown. I'ma stop it right here. I'ma stop it right here. You take me serious. Share this live video right now. Get everybody in here, man. You finna see why Mr. Reese finna. Man, that's why Mr. Reese finna really crash out, bruh. I ain't gotta say no more. Man, look. Whoa! Trey Gang, what is you doing over there, man? I ain't even suspect none of this stuff. I ain't suspected looking this deep. I'm just thinking in my mindset, I'm like, look, I just need to go to the footage and find the Shadow Man. And now you see why, look, they are related. They related. Now you see why she's still alive. Cause watch this. Y'all wanna see a mic drop? Check this out. Y'all know, look, watch this. Check this out. Gang gang. Please share my live video when I show y'all this video. Y'all remember when Trey Gang was telling y'all like, look, y'all, I done caught on a Lifetime movie. Everybody like, yeah, Trey Gang, show us the Lifetime movie. And guess what the Lifetime movie showed you? I bet you it's finna look like her. Ooh wee. Watch this. Trap Daughters, Kenneka Jenkins. Hold on, where is that? I'm finna go to the trap daughter. I talked about this shit. Just imagine you done called on. Hold on, wait a minute. Lifetime movie Trap Daughters. Now, traps. Here it go right here. Watch this, y'all. Guess who the mother gonna be when it come to Antonio and Vet Evans? I solved the case. I solved the case. Antonio and Vet Evans, I solved the case. Yeah. I solved the goddamn case. Look. Y'all, when I watched that movie, I caught on. Guess who the mother gonna be in the Lifetime movie and gonna get locked in the freezer? Watch this. Hold on, watch this.
My car broke down. I called my.
Watch this. That's why they call Trap Daughters. You got Miss Teresa. You got Kenneka. Look, watch this. Hold on. Wait a minute. Guess who else they tried to get? Hold up. Nah, matter of fact, I'ma go here. Now go to the beginning of the movie. Watch this, y'all. They so cold with this shit. Guess who Antonio and Vet Evans gonna look like? Pio! Got me fucked up. Hey, these folks got me fucked up, bro. Then you finna see like, damn, once you watch that Lifetime movie again, you finna be like, oh my God, this shit for real, bro. Ain't nobody got this type of tea what I got, bro. I see it. You don't even see it? You don't see why they call it Lifetime? You don't see how they do rituals in the hood? Shit. Boy, that look just like, then look, when it look just like that, it look just like this. Shit. So I'm saying I'm in the same position. If you want the next level of this team, we finna treat this like game texture. Gotta get past level 1 to get to level 2. Once you master those level 1 and level 2, we finna get to number 3. So watch this. Hold on. You wanna know what's the crazy part about it? Cause guess who gave y'all the story about Antonia and Vet Evans? Guess who gave y'all the story? Look. Antonia Evans, Kenneka Jenkins. Watch this. Guess who gave y'all the story? Watch this. Check this out. Hold up. Boy, when I say Trey ain't finna expose to its finest, finna expose to its finest. Hold on. Wait a minute. I don't want that. I don't want none of that. I want this one particular chick. I just want one particular chick. Expose the bloodline. Complete. Hi, y'all.
Because I'm getting messages.
Hi, y'all. So what the hell is going on here? Boy, I see a whole lot when it comes to the Illuminati. Cause guess what? I had to trace her address back to Rodney Stanton address to her dude. So now look, you got an actor that's related to Tony and Vet Evans. This why that lady name always came up, because she was a part of the couple. Look, check this out. You set your family up and she got away. Innocent. Hollywood sent you to take her organs and she peeped the game and got out of there. The original plan was for Antonia Yvette Evans. And then Kenneka came up. Look. Check this out. If you go back to August Cole, that's her name. If you go back to August Cole, do your research and be like, damn, August Cole go back to the Evans. And watch this. When I say they got to come as YouTubers, bruh, I don't know no better way to show y'all this stuff. But the ones, you know what I'm saying, that stayed down with Trey Gang, now you finna see, oh, look at T Slay, boom. If you saw what T Slay looked like, ooh, then you would see why she would be on the Barbara case. Like, yeah, let me get in on this, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Ooh, that's their biggest mistake. They should have never showed their face and went live and trying to cover the case, because they got to give you the truth just to stir you into a lie and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Now, share my lie right now. This how I work, Jack. Yeah, man. Then I'm showing you. Look, watch this. Ooh, hey, Trey, bang. I remember I got this shit on my resume. When I told y'all I worked at a hotel before, ooh, guess what I remember now when I started just think back, you know what I'm saying? And I said, wait a minute. Holy shit. Get the goddamn lights up right now. Yeah, get those lights up. Excuse my French. Excuse me French. But do anybody got this type of tea that I got? Nope. Not this. See that nose? Even though when you take a picture and you could Photoshop a cartoon, camera, your eyebrows still gonna match up with your people. Your nose gonna match up with your people. That's why Chosen King had to look. I can't look. Watch this. Look at all her family on video. There go her other family. That's crazy. She don't want no. Look. She don't want nothing to do with her family. Bro, y'all living in real life that you got a female that was on the run and they try to set her up and she got away. The way that she got away, bro, the police can't do nothing but put her in with protection program like that. Just to keep her quiet. Look at her. Look at her people.
Get a notification of where Kenneka is, and they go.
Look at this shit. This her people.
Phone calls. They called Monifa. Monifa said,
them her people that she don't want no dealing with. Man, look, don't y'all remember when the Bible said this? Man, your family gonna be the worst enemies? Not only your friend, but you gotta watch your own family close. And this what the Bible speaks. I can go to, check this out. Y'all remember I got T Slay on my live video. I gave her the platform. And she showed her face and everything what she talked about. She gonna wish that she never said this shit. Why? Hold on, wait a minute. Look, all related.
her mama house.
That's on record. There's nothing to say about that. And then Bree says to Favor, I'm about to get in the car with Kenneka and park her by her house. This is what's on record. So who was she talking to? Who the hell is Favor?
Look at this shit. And then look at this shit. What Dorothy Brown now? I want Dorothy. Come on, man. This is things that I get. Booyah. And look. And you want to know what's the really, really crazy thing about this shit here? When I say, man, Trey ain't finna connect lawyers, judges, doctors, prosecutors, dispatchers, all this together. Watch this. Check this out. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Guess who else related to these folks? If you got her, him, right? If you look at Straight Drop with Andrew, woo. Boy, y'all see that humped nose? Boy, you see the hump nose and the flare? So if you got Straight Drop, Andrew Williams, him, guess who else related? Watch this. Check this out. Watch this. Check this out. Hold on. Watch this. Zillionaire Entertainment. Nobody don't see this shit. Boy, they let you. Boy, let me get to the thin nose the size of the Browns. Because you know you got the thin nose on this side. Because once you get to know the nose, you would be like, oh my God, now I see what you really basically said. Look, check it out. Hold on, watch this. That's why you would have Zillionaire. Man, that was terrible. Hold on. Boom. And then look. All right. I need to go to my live videos. I need to go back. Well, you know what? I need to go to Jedediah Brown, though. Expose his ass, too. And Andre Williams. You know what I'm talking about? All these people. Look, all these. Check this out. Watch this. So, you finna link her family back to the Tony Event Evans. I want everybody to look at the Trey Gang way. Is this the reason why this girl always name come up in the Kenneka Jenkins case? When it comes to the Tony Event Evans, and she look just like who, and she related to who, and you can show, and you can actually look this up your own, but you can't show that information because of the guidelines. You can't show nobody, you know what I'm saying, information You know what I'm saying? Like they address, that's public, you know what I'm saying, information, but once you get back, you know, they like to just showing like, you know, like the bloodline lineage, you know, you can't do that. You can't do that. Look, right there. Do her story make sense now? Well, I ain't gonna say it makes sense. Well, I need to say it makes sense. Cause I want to show y'all when Trey Gang break what she about to say, you finna look at this shit all the way different. Right there. Check this out. Hold on. I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm gonna tell y'all everything that I know because I know for a fact that a lot of you guys. She know. That's why she got all that information.
www.flyhigh.com. This is not my video. Just listen what happened. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but this is just the story I picked up.
Number one, 2 girls were killed. Okay? 2 girls were killed.
The 2 girls that were killed was Kenneka Jenkins and Eugenia Walker. That's related to Tanasia Walker. Them the 2 girls that died. It really supposed to been 3. But Antonio and Vic Evans got out of there. That's why they mad at Antonio and Vic Evans, because she got out of there and she was the prime target for the organs. Since she outsmarted these people and got out of there, they had to come up with a narrative. Her own family members, that's just like you screaming for help and be like, help, protect me from these people. And you know, you be like, man, these people my family. Like, what you mean these people your family? They doing what the fuck? You didn't all of a sudden. DNA don't lie. DNA do not lie. Cause you wanna know how DNA do not lie? Cause watch this. Man, I be sometime, hold on, Ratchet TV. Just to show y'all for a prime example. I was called here to do this shit, bro. Y'all see? Look, check this out. This is what people sell their soul to. Watch this, check this out. If you go to Red TV live video, watch this. This the honest God true, bruh. Look. Now I need to go to the live. Hold on. Boom. Watch this. If you go to Ratchet TV and you go to this, Jedediah Brown. I cannot make none of this up. Man, they look like, oh, Trey Guy, what you got yourself into? I don't know how to use this internet stuff, so you can win on this internet stuff, but streetwise, oh, you finna get your ass demolished. Look, I'm showing y'all who they related to. Look, watch this. Check this out. Watch this. Look at this shit. Man, that man look just like Jedediah Brown. Same dick sucking lips. You see those dick sucking lips? Them nibbling lips. Yeah, I got the nibble. You know, they don't suck hard, they nibble. You know what I'm talking about? I told y'all, bro. Look. Then you finna see like, oh, this how this shit work. Pie y'all. I'ma let that look. Hold on. I want y'all to look at this story. Watch this. Check this out. Y'all remember? Check this out. Let's go to Sheena James. Jedediah, oh, God damn it. Jedediah Brown, Sheena James. Y'all remember Sheena James? Watch this. Check this out. This how y'all know they be setting their own people up. Cause guess who? Look, watch this. Freedom Fighters. This on the Kenneka Jenkins case, bruh. With Jedediah Brown. Now, I'm finna link this shit back to who? Him. And guess what? This what y'all don't even see. I'm finna bust your ass up, Ratchet TV, with this one receipt right here. Watch this, y'all. Alexis World. Hold on. Watch this. Ooh wee. Alexis World look just like who? Man, these bitches finna stop playing with me. They finna stop playing with me. Shit, y'all didn't see that Shredder live video right now, and I got some tea for you in the next live. Pow. Man, share this shit on his page. I want to hear his comments on this shit. Hold on, remember this in the Kenneka Jenkins case? Remember this shit on the Kenneka Jenkins case? Yeah, buddy.
Give you all an opportunity to come in. You can let me know whether or not you can hear me. We might have to try this a couple times. I have no idea what's been going on.
Wait till his people see this shit. His people finna be like, oh my God. Trey Gang, how deep that you went? I said, man, that went so deep. Ain't nobody gonna believe this shit till I show you the family tree. How everybody looking at like it? You got this shit going on? Woo! Shut this line. Get this shit popping.
All right.
Now you know what? I'm finna shut this bitch down because you know what? I hope that all my research don't go down the drain like they're trying to show y'all that. I can check this out.
Any bit of
check this out.
I don't even.
If Trey ain't wrong by showing y'all, hey, I could trace these YouTubers back. Right? I can trace these YouTubers back to their own family tree that been doing this shit. I'll wait. You know what? I'll wait. I'ma just let this shit no more commentary from me. I just want to show y'all this how they play y'all on the Kenneka Jenkins case. All because these people know you ain't finna do your research. No. Let the YouTubers do it. Cause whatever the news can't control, the YouTube, the TikTok, they can control it. And guess who got control over that girl case? Who got control over that girl? Payo!
You can look back if you're on my friends list. And just this past April, I took my children to 4 different countries. That's a vacation. So let's be clear on that. I don't need any Freedom Fund money. I have never needed any Freedom Fund money. I'll be clear on the fact that I put up proof of the fact that I started the Freedom Fund. My children do need me, without a doubt. And I am all for stepping away when necessary, when the cause is genuine. I am not for stepping away from my children, my household, and anything of the sort when the people surrounding me are not. And that's just what it is. I absolutely believe in the cause. I lost all faith and confidence in the people. And that's why Shyla, whoever you want to call me, both are correct, decided to remove herself. There is no way in hell that I will be associated with BS, period. So I think we should take this back. The reason why Jedediah and I have had major issues lately is because where do I even start? Every decision that has been made as far as this organization is concerned has been a decision that has been mutually agreed upon. Whether he brought it or I brought it, and we both have brought it, we've agreed on it. Unfortunately, I am the one who received the backlash behind it. As far as Mal is concerned, and I'm going to just go through the list. As far as Mal is concerned, at no point in time have I ever attempted to bash her or anything of the sort. Never would. It's not even that important to me to demean or defame anybody, period. Like, it's just not my agenda. I didn't get into this for that, okay? It was mutually agreed upon. And I'm going to say this in totality. Across the board, everyone on the original team, everyone across the board were complaining to me about Mal. I can show you negative posts. I can show you negative posts that she accepted. I can show you negative posts that she posted herself after being told not to several times. It was also me who stated that I did not want to get rid of her. I felt like she was genuine. I felt like she was genuine, and that there had to be something else that she was better suited for. Jedediah came to me while we were in North Carolina after he first met her, and he said, well, what do you think about her, working very closely with the gentleman who is over the North Carolina organizing thing? And I'm like, awesome. I think it's an awesome idea.
Arizona, Chicago.
Here go another one for you. Ain't this another one for y'all when I say they all goddamn family members, bruh? Look. Who that look like? This got to be the most crazy shit. This worse than Tessie Chow. Nah, it was on a video. She had dropped the video. Go to the oldest job. And I got to go to this job right here when she showed her goddamn face. Oh man, what her big boom right here.
Instacart lets you choose your bananas. Get them just how you like.
You can't make none of this up.
I didn't.
Look, can Trey Game make this shit up? Hold on, where's Dorothy Brown at? Hold on, wait a minute. God damn it. I think I done messed up, y'all. That Jeffrey Feiger and all. I gotta go to Dorothy Brown. Damn. I think I got rid of Dorothy Brown. Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta go to Dorothy Brown. I can get out of this and go to Dorothy Brown, Chicago judge. There she go right there. Boom. I can't make none of this up. Ooh, wee, Trey Gang, you a bad motherfucker, Jack. Man, you cold with it. And you see why these people, goddamn it, look. And then look at this shit.
I didn't agree with that. You know, so the video that I started working on was in response to that. So that's the video y'all gonna get right after this.
So now you see why
so
they pulled that.
Like, oh, you lazy
Wee.
and shit. Like, we need you to catch up. Trust and believe. I'm current with this shit. But anybody that's been following me for the last
And
year,
then check this out. This where the Lifetime channel come in at. This where the Lifetime channel come in at. Lifetime Trap Daughters. You see this shit? Look at this shit.
Where you not going? April.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? All I'm looking like. Man, what a Lifetime John at? Hold on, I gotta go to the Lifetime. Shit, you even go to his ass because he a part of the family too. Booyah! So, if you go to this shit, let me get out. Oh, and then look, then you trace all of this back to this. Let's watch this movie, y'all. I think we should watch this movie again, cause now we know it's something about Tonio and Vet Evans in this movie. Watch it with me, y'all. Share this live video. Do it for Kenneka Jenkins. Let me skip this shit. It matched totally with the 36-hour footage.
Thank you, Max. All right, ladies. Next week's performance is going to be big. Big, big, big. I know you all have been working really hard, but I need you to give me more. I need you to focus more. Exhaustion creates genius, right? Okay. I'm gonna go home, get some lunch, and spend some time with my baby, and I will see you back here at 8:30 sharp. And then we can start tech. Thank you, ladies.
Brittany, this car is a disaster.
More than that. Oh, and I got an oil change last year.
Oh, Taylor, really grab me some oil. I meant motor oil, you dope.
My mistake. Then again, I thought we were going to the pool today.
And I thought we were going shopping, because you definitely are not wearing that to the party.
I haven't committed to anything yet.
What, why?
Because Sam will be there?
Yes, because Sam will be there.
But you two are ancient history.
It's 3 months, ain't it?
It is to me.
Well, right now we're not going anywhere because this car needs a complete overhaul.
Honestly, April, if I were you, I would just skip going to college next week and open up a repair shop.
I want to do more than just repair cars. I want to design them. So can you hand me a wrench?
This could be the last time we hang out before you and Taylor go off to college and forget about me.
You're going to college too.
I'm not sure anymore. I want to travel and relax before I jump right into school again, so I'm taking a gap year.
A gap year? Wow. You find that wrench yet?
No. But I found this.
Natalie.
Then look, boom. Now look at this stuff. If you got this going on, tell me. When it comes to a Tony your vet every story, she gonna fit round about the same age as her. Watch this, check this out. Watch this, hold on. Remember when King Rob said this about Antonio and Vet Evans? Hold on, watch this. Man, look, they showed. Hold on. Now, this her family member. That's why she said this stuff. She the one set up. She the one set up. That's her in the video. Yeah, boom. She portrayed it as her. Boom. So now y'all see this Lifetime channel movie. Boom. Look. That's her. With a turning you in the Vet Evans. Boom. Tell me, man, I ain't tripping, bro. Man, when I say, man, Lifetime Hollywood, they cold with manipulating the public. Cause once you see through this, you're gonna be like, damn, boom. You got this the judge. They set their own family members up. And they got out of control that the family started exposing each other. Look. They did. That's why she said that. Cause look, cause if you supposed to be setting up Antonio and Vet Evans and she got away, look, this her. She was the setup chick. That's why she could tell you the story about Antonio and Vet Evans, because this is a story that it was designed that nobody is not going to figure this out when it comes to a Lifetime channel. So boom, guess who it was? She is gonna be her. They both gonna be set up in the long run. For a prime example, do this story match up when I show you? Look. Then they go back to 54 Key. Then won't this story match up when I show y'all? What Tony and Vet Evans at? I can show y'all 54 Keys too. You know, cause 54 Keys, they you know what I'm talking about? See that? That's why they got that Illuminati symbol with the eyes. You know, y'all know the eyes. You know what I'm talking about? The Illuminati stuff. Uh-huh. Yeah. Then what happened? Make it look like, yeah, I can feel you, 54. Because we can relate to 54 how the way she talk. 54 remind you, that this could be your little stud auntie come through, like, yeah, break the game down to you or something. A little tomboy. She ain't got to be no stud. She can just be a little tomboy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a little female, a couple of female like her that ain't gay, you know, but straight niggas, you know what I'm saying? They just act like a nigga, you know what I'm talking about? Because they think like a nigga, you know what I'm talking about? You know, stuff like that, right? So when you look into the background, right, and go back to the Lifetime channel, if you look at this narrative, they tried 54, August Cole, the judge, Dorothy Brown, Patrick Brown, the YouTuber. Right? You got Patrick Brown, the YouTuber, right? Let me go to Patrick Brown, the YouTuber. Right here. Also, right? Patrick Brown. All related trying to set Antonio and Vet Evans up. Where Antonio and Vet Evans at? God damn it. But I showed y'all Antonio and Vet Evans. So they try to set her up and it didn't even go well. So now you gotta go to the Lifetime channel with this and go back to the party. Boom, watch this. In the free, watch this. Uh-huh. Yeah. See that? Mm-hmm. 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 Leave Brianna out of it. But look, it's two girls. Check it out. Keep this in mind. You see two girls in the freezer. Here go the other girl that supposed to come in. Guess who the other girl gonna supposed to come in the freezer? She said her name, right? Watch this. You got two girls in the freezer. Boom! Time is ticking. Guess who finna end up in that joint? It better not look nothing like Dorothy Brown, 54 Keys, and she the one that telling the story. Right? You see Look, she telling y'all the story. I might need to cut this on. So look, guess who finna come in the freezer? Yeah. Let's do it. Watch this. Check this out. Since they talking about that, now look. Guess who finna end up in the freezer? Let me skip straight to the pot. Look. Ooh. Ooh. So look, they got two girls in the freezer. And they about to lure her into the freezer. Guess who they finna lure in the freezer? So that means they already killed Kenneka. Then you got Eugenia Walker. Now you got Antonio and Vid Evans. But she finna throw everybody out with the Brianna. Cause the Brianna one's gonna be the one that's walking to the freezer. You see what I'm saying? That's Kenneka cousin, relative. Cause guess who Brianna Jenkins? Hold up. Why did Trey Gang, you finna spill the tea when you show this. Hold on. Brianna Garrett, Kenneka Jenkins. I said, God damn it, man. When Chosen King was trying to tell y'all about Brianna, and guess what her name really is? Then you go back. This all you can trace all this. Woo, man. You see this? Look. Golly. That's why they was showing that girl, bruh. That's why they was showing that girl, cause once you actually go back to the 36-hour footage again, you were finna be like, oh my God, I never know that people can use camera trickery that rate. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, when I come from a black household, we take pictures, family pictures, you know what I'm saying, special moment. We ain't thinking any old footage. Be like, yeah, look at Uncle over here, you know, talking about with a bra on. Ain't such thing with no editing. We want to think about editing, but these people already look who she look like. Watch this. And you want to know what's the crazy part about it? Look, you want to know what's the crazy part about it? Guess who else they related to? Boy, Trey ain't finna spill some tea. Watch this. I'm gonna go to this job. Watch this, y'all. Before I look, check this out. If y'all look at this image right here, tell me and drop it in my chat and like, yeah, she look like who? What Myrrh she would look like that's related to a Myrrh? I'ma stop and I'ma pause. Drop it in my chat. What Merle she would look like in her image. After their own likeness, like the Bible said, you know what I'm talking about. One thing you can't do is change the leopard skin. Somebody drop it in my chat, and that's going to get everybody understanding right now. Don't nobody don't know? Don't nobody don't know? Watch this. Check this out. Watch this. Check this out. Tiffany Henyard. Oh, somebody said it. Oh, shit. Look at this. Man, now you see, look. Oh, and then look who covering the news. 32, the one that's on the footage, right? Why did y'all? This the crazy part about it. Ooh, wee! You cannot have those facts. I told y'all, bro. Now you see why Jedediah Brown and Andrew Holmes. Oh, y'all remember what happened to that lady at that hotel with Andrew Holmes? Yeah, buddy. Look at this. I can't make none of this up. Man, these folk got caught. Man, them folk got caught so bad that them folk got to pay YouTuber, TikTokers, Instagram, build a secret goddamn it crime con family to look. They were saying this about Breonna Garrett. Well, they finna hate this shit now. Man, they finna hate this shit now. Told y'all that's what Georgia finna come in at. Look, remember King Rob mentioned Georgia, and they were like, "Yeah, we thought of Georgia protests and all that." Look at this stuff, bruh. Watch this. Now look. Now, y'all know her name is. If you know her real name, and you find out who they daddy is, you would be like, "Oh my God." You see why they in position to run the merge, can move the states to states, all of this. Because you move state to state, that's just a new identity. You know what I'm saying? You can move in a small little town, run for mayor, ain't nobody heard of you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody research you. You run for mayor and then you look good. You go in the black community, like, damn, let me vote for her, little fine ass. Then the way she talk you, and the way she talk, you know, I'm from the hood, and when she's got to talk, I'm like, wait a minute. This sounds like a gobbler right here now. I know about these type of chicks. You know the dimples in the jaw, like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I know what's going on. So, I said, that's why Chicago, Miss Teresa Neal, got a child foster care. And they dudes in the prostitution, in the pimping game. And they in the pimp in the prostitution game. It makes sense now. Look, watch this, y'all. This shit's so crazy to me that don't Brianna Gary look just like Tiffany Henyard? And let's see what they said about Brianna Garrett, right? Let's just see what they said about Brianna Garrett, right? I just want to listen to the video. Cause this another one. This ain't her. You see what I'm saying? This the Jenkins side. See what I'm saying? Watch this. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Right here. Yeah, this is what I want to get at. Right here. Watch this, y'all. Man, this shit finna get so crazy. Golly. Golly. I think I need this jump right here. Now watch this hell of a chick. Watch this, y'all. Now, this the other family member that nobody don't know about. This just look at it. This case is new to us, and they were putting out Kenneka, different pictures of Kenneka, and they were like, yeah, Kenneka ain't dead, she a clone. Then you got that why Jedediah going off and shit. Then look who Jedediah look just like Tiffany Head. He even act like Tiffany Head. That's why he be at Tiffany Head, you know what I'm saying? Cause check this out. Have y'all noticed if you peep the game when Andrew Holmes got busted or drugging that girl at the hotel, especially at the Crown Plaza, he went after Andrew Holmes about the girl, but never went after Tiffany Henyard. And then look who in the background. Look who in the background taking the pictures. In the same thing in the Kenneka Jenkins case. Look. Uh-huh. And guess why she always gonna be a part of the goddamn story? Look. Ooh, wait, man! I swear to God, bro, I don't know how to. Man, this like, man, I don't even know how to address the world. Like, it's like, man, I don't know how y'all want this shit, bro. If you trace back to Patricia Fowler's, one thing they can't do is take their DNA. Boy, once you find out who Ivan and Anisha is, oh, wait, you'll be like, whoa. Y'all see how do look? Oh, and I try to tell everybody that link to the Jenkins family. Mm-hmm. 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 Look. I need to go to man, you know what? That's why King Rob said this. King Rob too. Mm-hmm. So they're all related. See that? Told you. Look how quiet them folks is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tony and Evan. That means she was still alive. And they trying to find where Tonya and Vet Evan was, bro. That's all it was. Two girls died. Kenneka could actually died on the 6th, and they killed Eugenia Walker on the 9th. Cause they couldn't get you. They couldn't get it. You matter of fact, can I please show the world this shit right here? Do Tiffany Henry look like Etonia Evans, Kenneka Jenkins? Shit, you can even go back to goddamn it, Boom. Hold on. Y'all remember when they tried to be like, look. She was dark skinned and you know what I'm saying? And boom, watch this. If you know what I know, you finna be like, whoa, go to. This is the crazy part about it. There she go, right there. Now look, this totally two different people. But guess who they showed y'all? Guess who she looked like? And this ain't Antonio and Vet Evans. But guess who this is? Oh! Boom! Trey Gang, stop the fight. That's when they brought the pictures up and say, I got the family tree. But look, I got your family tree. I'ma tell the world this though, but let me put her in it. Right here. Bam! Cause they all related. Man, look. If you say in my chat, man, it's strong resemblance. Oh, I see the features and boom, everything you saying, Trey, I believe that shit. You gotta share this shit now. You gotta share this shit now. Cause the same features I showed you, you know their names. You could type it in on your phone, on your spare time. And you could just say, let me go to turn your video and let me go to boom. Watch this. Do you see this? Look, they tried to set her up. She got out of there. She is not a teenager. She's gonna be in her 40s. Like Miss Teresa was in her 40s. She like about 4-5 years older than Miss Teresa. Right? She like 4-5 years older than Miss Teresa. But She got a daughter. She got a daughter. Right? She got a daughter. So look, when you get the two daughters in the Lifetime movie, hold on. Look, that's why they shared this pitch. And guess what they said about this? This not Tony Yvette Evans. This chick right here is finna be related to Tiffany Henyard. This finna be Tiffany Henyard mama. Do you see the resemblance? Do you see the resemblance? I just want you to see, do you see the resemblance? Do you see the resemblance? Right? This is the crazy shit about it. That's why YouTubers can't argue with me on this shit. They can make videos and respond. You can make video respond to this shit. They don't mean, you know what I'm talking about. They got to respond to that video. They can't never respond to the truth. They got to make a video. They got to go live. They can't respond to this type of shit. Look. Look at Tiffany here and look at this lady. All right. You want to know what King Rob said about this lady? Ooh, wait, man, Trey Gang. Man, I'm so glad you stayed 10 toes down on this shit. Cause this been exposed all the YouTubers that touch on the subject. They just like returning at the crime scene, be like, hey man, let me move that murder weapon over here. You know what I'm saying? And move. Look, get those rocks over there. Put those rocks over there, man. Shit. Look. You wanna know what King Rob said about this shit? This what King Rob said about who Mo Valley Daddy is. Who Mo Valley Daddy? Guess who I found out who Mo Valley Daddy is? Watch this, y'all. Man, y'all finna think Trey Gang like a motherfucker. For the one that gave up on me. For the one that gave up on me. When King Rob, I need to go to the Bruford Hunters. That's when he was spilling some shit on the Bruford Hunters. That's my favorite show. Oh, this is my favorite John too right here. That girl right there. Ooh, that what got him all in trouble. By that little lady right there. Pretty little thing, you know what I'm talking about? Pretty little white teeth. With your little nose ring, you know what I'm saying? You had cheekbones and shit. Probably smell like chitlins or something, you know what I'm talking about? Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, this what King Rob said, right? Hold on, let me go to King Rob Bruford Hunters. And this what he said about the family tree. Hold on, King Rob. Oh, wait a minute. Can I get the channels? You know what I'm talking about? Channels on the job. The Bruford Hunter? That go the Bruford Hunter right there. And what he said, he went live. Because I remember, I watched this when he went live. Think about, man, Trey Gang. Look, watch this. Hold up. Wait a minute. Chosen King, they all been called. Nah, I don't want this one. I need, what is John? Oh, man, please don't, hold on. What is John there? It's gonna be, Barbara Evans. Mo Valley Daddy. What is John with the Mo Valley Daddy? Hold on, what is John there? Hold on. But look, if you look at this, watch this. Ryan Singleton body found. Holy shit. You mean to tell me Ryan Singleton and he talking about chosen king? God damn, Trey Gang, you did it again. Ryan Singleton found. Hold on, everybody know that story. Holy fuck. Hold on. Look just like who? I think I'm buffering. I gotta be buffering because I see the number jumping up and down. I know I'm buffering that because the way I got the last set, I know I'm buffering. And it's causing my views. I'm buffering. Yep, I'm buffering. I need to lower my settings. That's why my views jump. Oh shit. Oh, they trying to shut this bitch down for real. Ooh. Now they just trying to go real crazy now. Hey, somebody type in the chat right quick and let me know knowing somebody